Alright, welcome back to another exciting edition of Things We Like.
What's up?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
We'll find some better opening music. So, what's happening in the kingdom?
Sorry. The
What's
kingdom of,
Yeah, what's happening in the kingdom? New item of the month, helping out with Ed runs. And I have shit to say about it.
I think it sucks.
I think it sucks too. More
I
than...
didn't know your opinion, by the way, before I said
Yeah,
that.
more than what it does, which is already bad.
I forget already what its things. I remember reading it and being like, that doesn't seem worthwhile to me for a purchase. But
Yeah, well, by itself, it's not all that great. Although then again, I haven't played any Ed runs, so it's like I'm not
okay.
great. I'm not familiar on the mechanics, but here's what it does, and I looked it up on the way here just to make sure. It's plus 50 to your hit points and mana points. It's 25% combat initiative, like that's added to it.
Okay.
You get to your servants level up faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's
nice.
Powerful on its own.
That's very nice.
And there's a mechanic that lets you read minds, which is
Yeah.
basically used for getting Ka from undead.
I so called it, dude.
I can't believe they did that.
I called it.
I am 0 for 2 on this.
I don't know if
swear
this
to
was
God.
a lost episode, but we predicted what would happen
the
with
next
this with the Ed themed item.
one? We talked about it the last one.
I
too.
thought it was going to be an accessory or something, but apparently, so it's a hat.
It's a hat. The crown of Ed. It's not an Ed dress.
Yeah.
So I was wrong about it being an
Unfortunately.
amulet. So I'm like 0 for 3 now.
But I mean,
I am terrible at predicting shit. Seriously.
I was like, you know what?
At least they added in when you get to like twist the horns, or you get to adjust your Ed piece.
Right.
But yeah, still.
I mean,
But-
it's definitely going to help. It's not like it's bad for you for the run, but initiative is very good for Ed. I'll tell you that because here's what happens. You're Ed. You fight something. It's too hard for you. Maybe you die.
you come back.
You come back. Now, you get to come back to the fight, I think, two additional times. And the third time you come back, it costs you 1 Ka. The fourth time, it costs you 2. The fifth time, it costs you 4. Sucks.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that, you know. So you want to kill it within, like, 3 tries. But I've run into this problem where I'm running, like, his ML buff, and I have, like, ML stuff. Like, I have, like, an Astral Belt on, and I fight a Lobster Frogman that I have copied somewhere. So if I'm doing that, and I'm lower level than I probably should be to fight it, but I boosted the ML so much that he one-shots me, and then I come back to the fight and he one-shots me.
But if you have it buffed up that much, odds are you're going to lose the initiative anyway. Even
the
with,
thing
like,
is,
plus 25.
all you need is like
1.
one chance. So initiative is nice to have for Ed, because if you have initiative, that means that if you lost the fight, when you come back to the fight, you will have a better chance of winning.
But
that
outside
fight.
of
I mean,
Ed, it's shit.
Well, that's like every. No, I guess not.
Not even.
Other
Boris
thing-
Helm, you got
yeah.
familiar weight, and you got like some regeneration too. So it was like
it's
good.
going to be a very seasonal ITM.
Yeah.
To be
Jarlsberg
sure.
pen, you got bonus stuff. Plus, with the food that you wouldn't eat anyway, it gets converted into stuff that you can make with potions. It's not there to make you meat,
Right.
but it's like it's there.
Right.
It's there.
Sneaky
and
Pete's jacket's good.
yeah, it's great.
ML, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
ML plus Roller Adventures, it's great. It's what more you want from that. And then there's this. This just fucking shows up.
Well, this is like the Heavy Rains thing was not spectacular for out of Heavy Rains. The
That's
Thor's
very true.
pliers,
But at least you have like a reason. You have a reason that you could use it
right?
outside of that
And this
one.
binds to your character.
That is what I hate. That is
So-
what is foreboding about this whole thing that I cannot stand for. I really can't.
I guess that I think it's helpful because a lot of people would look at this item and say, well, it's not going to have any resale value once the season's over, and that would weigh into their decision. But now it's like that's totally off the table. Like
Yeah.
you're never, it's not going to have any
But if
resale.
you
value at all.
look if you look at how
it's going to be
the
yours.
item of the months were for the other avatar pets, like they've grown in value. They've matured.
Right.
This one is like it's not as good.
Right.
So odds are it would lose value, like almost definitely,
Yeah, yeah, it would.
because you can barely use it outside of the other path. Like you have to give up a potentially better item that you would just find.
It's like a weird. And then there's a cheat for this there's a cheat item,
Is there?
premium item, right?
Is there?
I'm asking.
Oh, you mean to get more skill points or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Of course.
So there's that. So this feels like that. Like, because you're only going to be buying it to do these runs, and it's going to make you much better at these runs, and then it's not going to be good anymore.
That's very true. That's very true.
So it's kind of like like, you know.
Like you know well in advance you're buying it for just a limited time, and you're not going to like use it constantly. Like I'm pretty sure when people are, well, not even that. I was going to say like with Sneaky Pete runs, once they're done with that and they can have all of the skills.
Right.
Like there's no real reason to play it anymore. But then I remember it's great for item drops.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well,
that.
to me, it's like you're a person who wants to get on the leaderboards, so you buy the skill points premium item, and then you buy this thing, and it's all stuff that's not going to matter like later.
Yeah.
What I couldn't really justify spending the money on this stuff, and then it's like T69 sped up to like the length of a season.
Like this is the first item
Like-
that I felt I have been slighted by with T69. I have been in support of that before. You could listen to the past post shows. We like it. We think it's good for the game, and I finally found like a good comparison for it. It's not putting the game on life support. It's not putting it on dialysis. It's reached that weird stage in its lifetime where if a doctor prescribes you pills, you like kind of need to take them now. It's not like, okay, well I suggest you take some vitamin D, otherwise you're healthy. Now it's like, have you been taking your stroke medicine?
Yeah.
Do that.
I have to say that I'm the type of person that will let an item of the month sit for the entire month and see what people think of it and see what they're saying, and also just kind of think about it forever and look at it, and then like at the last minute I'll be like, am I gonna regret not getting this? And
Yeah,
maybe I'll get it.
I thought the same way with the love bugs. I nutted up and I bought the love bugs.
I bought the love bugs after.
Of course, the day after I bought them, I go into bad moon. So
Yeah.
it's not like I get any benefit from it.
It
sounds good.
Yeah, I think I got them, and I got them after February. I got them like because he didn't put the new item out in time, so I was able to get them in early March, and they're totally so great in Ed because
Yeah, the love scarabs.
it gives you a way to attack and a way to multi-round like stun, I guess.
Yeah.
And the attack is like a damage every round attack. So I have Pants Giving. Here's my thing. With early Ed, at least with like the first whatever, you use the like multi-round stun thing. Or yeah, I use that. So right away, if I have initiative, they can't hit me. Mm-hmm. They haven't hit me. I use the damage every round love bugs thing. So now they're stunned the first round.
They're getting poison
damage every round. Yeah. Then I use Pants Giving's Pocket Sand, which doesn't count for a round, but the damage still applies to that not round.
Nice.
So they get hit a second time. Then there's some other thing that gives you MP, and I think it also either weakens them or something. So by that time they've taken damage like 3 times. They haven't hit me yet, and then
Then you just kind of blast them.
Then I like hit them with one spell, or whatever, and they're dead. And so that's been working. Like it allows me to pick the other Ed skills that aren't like the attack spells right away, and still be able to survive.
But my thing is, so far it's been a weird trend where every item of the month so far, 3 out of 3 for 2015, has been bound to your account. And this is something that it's not new to anybody.
Right.
Like, familiars have always been bound to your account. There have been odd ones like the Order of the Green Thumb. Are, like, you now have the airplane charters forever. But then there were, like, the odd pieces of equipment that the second you use them, you open them, you can't trade them again. There was that with the folder holder, and there's that with the Mayfly bait.
Right.
So we're already used to the idea of once you use it, you can't trade it again. which, I mean, we put up with it before. But then there's this, which is really only going to hold its value for the next 2 months.
And then, see, what's kind of odd is,
and then it's just going to collect dust in the corner.
Let's say I start the game next year for the first time, and I'm a new player, and I play for a year or two or something, and I end up starting to look into old challenge paths and doing, I do a Boris
like what I've
run,
done, yeah,
or I do a Way of the Surprising Fist run, and hey, a Boris helm, that would be really cool to have. It's a million gajillion meat by now, but
22 million about.
But well, this is I'm talking about in the future
okay.
When I artificially drive the prices up.
When the market has become so inflated that it's like
Monopoly.
Zimbabwe money.
Yeah. So no, but anyway, you'll make friends in Kingdom of Loathing, and there will be somebody who maybe will trust you enough to lend you a Boris helm. And you'll be able to get the benefit of that and do the run, and it'll be really cool. And that's never gonna happen with Ed.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about that for the future. Our clan, Reddit United, we had 2 Mr. Accessories bought.
Right.
So I was planning full well on buying them and having them able to be loaned out. Because we do that now. We do that now.
You were planning on being able to, just to clarify, you're being able to buy you wanted to buy 2...
buy 2 Ed crowns.
Ed crowns, yeah.
And then loan them out so that people could, use them in their own runs.
They'd be clan property that...
Yeah, they'd be clan property.
Yeah.
You'd have to, give us your account information so that once you haven't logged in for, a week, I need it back.
Right. So...
But now we can't do that.
It's not going to happen.
So I immediately bought Ed crowns with them and resold them, and we made a couple million meat profit.
Right.
So it's there's that. I'm not too upset about that because we got our meat back and then some.
I guess to be fair, people will buy this item of the month. Maybe somebody will, and keep it unopened and could sell it to somebody in the future.
Yeah, but that's...
But it seems like a bad idea.
Well, that's what's going to happen with all of them. And let's be clear here. I
don't know.
I don't think there's any real benefit. There's no real disadvantage to doing Ed outside of the challenge path run. The reward is not that great. So you're not going to get leaderboard position. You're not going to get the extra karma, and you'll miss out on a consolation prize award. That's nothing. So it's there's
no trophies
unless you have fun with Ed. There's no real reason.
There's nothing. I think if I started the game, if I had never did an Ed run later on, there'd be no real reason for me to do it other than the experience. There's no tattoo, right?
There is a tattoo.
Oh, there's a tattoo.
There's a tattoo.
I guess
just
I got
if you do the run.
Well,
there's no level 30 trophy.
There's that.
That's a divergence that I can't understand why they did that either.
Well, I mean, I think that's how it. It's because Zombie Slayer was an Avatar kind of path, and what else was?
That was early. That was really early. That was the first one, wasn't it?
There was that one, yeah.
Yeah.
But I could see okay, it was the 3 gods, and those are the only level 30s besides your class that are gonna exist as trophies.
I think I remember. Then again, I'm actually reminded. Unless you had an airplane charter. Leveling up to level 30 as Ed would be torture. You can't go into clan dungeons.
Right.
You can't go into their basements.
You could once you break Ronin.
Yeah, but then you'd have to choose a class.
No. Well,
wait, what? You can break Ronin, and then what?
In other words, once you're able to buy stuff from the mall and pull stuff from Hanks, or you can always pull stuff from Hanks, but once you're you could use there's other places. What's that?
Residual zeals.
You could... I mean, there's other scalable places that you could get to, right?
I guess, but...
you could use Game Informer, no?
Yeah, you could.
Or,
you could, but then you would be relying on something other than just Ed. You know what I mean?
Transformer transponders.
Yeah. I mean, before, when I was going for the level 30 Boris trophy, I was just leveling... I was waiting to get to level 20, then I used Residual Zeals, and then after that, I think I went into Hobopolis, and that was it. That was my time as Boris.
I forget how I leveled him up. I remember very clearly how grindy it was.
Oh, now I remember. It was during Crimbo, so the Crimbonian mining camp was already scaling to everyone's stats.
Oh,
So it was like,
nice.
that was easy levels.
I think I just did whatever. I probably did one of the
Ed won't have
Conspiracy
that.
Island or
So I guess leveling up to him as
The
level 30
burger
would
place.
be more of a grind than the other ones.
well, the way I would relate, I would think about Jarlsberg and how I did him for 30, and I went to, but this was at a time before the haunted bathroom got revamped.
Mm-hmm.
But you could, no, I guess it doesn't matter. I would get the gaze into the mirror thing, and get this and boost non-combat as much as I could with his like chocolate sphere or whatever.
Chocolate sphere.
And like that sucked because you'd clover as much as you could there and get all the mists.
Yeah,
could.
and that was it. I mean, like it's not a trophy because it's meant to be easy, but it's an achievement.
Mhm.
But at least with the other three, there were like ways to make it a little easier on people, and like you had some utility. Like you could at least go into the sea for Christ's sake.
It was enjoyable to an extent to do Jarlsberg because he had more skills like skill points and things like Boris and whatever, they maxed out at 15, right?
Yeah.
And he had more, so that was cool.
Yeah, it was.
But
Well,
it was also,
I still have to do it, so there's that. But I still can't believe that they did that. I can't believe they made it a bind on equip thing. And I know that's rare for pieces of equipment,
right.
but it doesn't make too much sense to me. Why are they doing this? Why are
Yeah,
they
I
thinking
don't know.
about this?
I don't
Maybe
know.
we've been spoiled before. You know what I mean?
Maybe they have no idea what they're doing, and in terms of why they made it. And
I don't want to give too much credence to general discussion here. Okay,
But-
I don't want to give them too
not
much
to
cred.
not. It's not a slam. I'm just saying, like, perhaps they're thinking, I wonder what happens if we do this. Like, how will it affect sales? Let's find out. And it's like a little experiment.
Because it's more than just the folder holder, where if you did KOLHS, it's like, okay, well, this is just a cool thing to have.
I'm pulling my folder holder on day one and add
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's usable for everyone.
plus 20 moxie, plus 20 muscle, gives me some extra HP, a little extra defense,
And the
then
Mayfly bait
5
is like-
adventures a day.
And the Mayfly bait is like too old for really anyone to like use in a path, so...
Yeah.
But it's still nice to have in things like Dread, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think people minded too much about the Mayfly bait just because it wasn't overwhelmingly powerful. It was just like, okay, this is a nice thing to have.
Yeah, and the love bugs, man. I have to say, when I'm farming in Conspiracy Island, I'm getting like Coinspiracy. Like it's like this crazy side effect.
Does that like max out at a certain point? Do you get like only 30 and then it doesn't show up anymore?
I don't know if I don't know. I don't know about that.
Someone please chime in
But
on this because
it's just like I'm coming here not for that reason, and I'm getting that additionally.
because I bought
So
that
it's
with
great.
I bought that with Dread Sylvania in mind, and then once I'm done with this Bad Moon, which it is tight. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Once I'm done with that, I'm probably going to dick around in Dread as a mist class and be like a clan killer for a while.
Okay.
But can I talk about Bad Moon? Is that what we're going on
Yeah,
about?
sure.
I got his.
Dean is in a
Bad Moon
competition,
competition
with
with-
one other person. They're going neck and neck.
Yeah,
Turtle Tamer, Bad Moon.
Kitty Core.
So there you go.
So that might actually be a new thing in the clan. I think we're starting a trend. People have been like saying in chat, "I want to do Bad Moon now." I'm like, "Well,
yeah.
I'll take you on. Once I'm done with this, I'll take you on." We got a betting pool going, and a lot of people have been betting on me.
Yeah.
But it's basically a race where we're doing basically the same. At the end of the day, I'm ending up with more substats than him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ending up with higher stats than he is, but I think he's doing more progress. So
He's getting more quests done.
yeah, so I don't know what to make of it. I really don't.
Yeah.
He's got equipment that I'm like, I haven't gone there yet, but I'm also like progressing in weird places. I don't know. We're able to see each other's equipment, but we don't know how far we've individually gotten.
Right.
So that's what I think is fun about this. It's like a figurative turtle race.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it's tough to say. Yeah, it's tough to say because you need to do the quests to finish, but you also can have an easier time with the quests if you're bigger.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're following the strategy on the wiki, And we're both doing it with black cats.
Right.
So they're saying like, oh, you need to farm here and get a gravy fairy, or you need to farm here and get your volleyball.
Right,
like,
yeah.
We're skipping over that, and we're still basically around the same time frame as the guide. So I'm like, this isn't terrible. I've seen people do black cat runs for like months, and we might be able to finish in like 2 more weeks.
Nice.
I'm not feeling burnt down on the game at all.
Yeah, I think my black cat run. Yeah, I'll have. I guess I have a record of it so that I could look at, but it took a while. It took a while.
Yeah, it took everyone a damn long time.
So that's.
Cool. I certainly prefer this now. That now they jumped into it than doing an hardcore Oxygenarian run.
Oh yeah, I don't know when I'll do those things.
I've done 2, and it took me years.
It's just
so that's not good.
The Booztafarian and the food, all those runs are.
Speaking of Booztafarian, I have toyed with the idea of doing that.
I'll wait till I have
I want to be a method gamer once and just be like, okay, now that I've started this run, I cannot have any sustenance that does not have alcohol in it. That's not going to bode well for when I'm working, because I'm basically going to be drunk at work the entire time. Yeah. And like if a normal run takes like 6 days with just drinking, that'll be 6 days of nothing but mixed drinks.
You need what you need is like some kind of beer that's got a lot of carbs in it,
or nutrients at least.
Like a super,
because you're going without protein, right? You're basically going up unless you make like a meat slushy.
There could be
with
protein
like whiskey
in beer, maybe.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think fundamentally no.
Weedy beer.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeasty. Just leave the
fruit and vegetables. You can basically mix that.
Yeah.
Carbs, I guess. Wheat. What is in the food
guy,
group?
I think that just he survives on beer. I think. And some English old guy. He's like,
well, that's an English old guy. I don't think he's doing anything. I don't think he's contributing to society at that point. When you're old, you could basically drink stouts all day. You won't have to do anything.
I don't know. It's a whole side story, but
I might want to try that one day.
Yeah,
I want to try that 1 week. I guess I'd have to take a week off.
You go visit Unc.
It's weird. I can't fit that into. If I was at college, maybe it would be more of a attainable goal. If I was drunk 24/7,
6 days is too long.
It is, and like you would ruin your liver after that. But like it might be a fun experiment, just a method game like that. Yeah. You can't do that Oxygenarian. Although, here's the thing about that: they basically have like an exception for water, sodas, and candy. You just can't have anything that like actually sustains you.
I feel like the unseen downfall of the Booztafarian real life run experience would be that you would get drunk and then eat. That's
the thing. You would just have to like before you stumble off to McDonald's, you'd be like, I can't have this.
I don't know, man. It's hard to have that kind of discipline.
Although you would be drunk, you wouldn't have a hangover then, would you? You would just keep drinking. Yeah. You would wake up, you'd feel terrible, but then you'd have a little hair of the dog, and then like, oh, okay, well, back to boozed again.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I guess I can't endorse that. I can't endorse anyone actually doing that, but I think it would be a cool little experiment to do if you were rich enough to sustain yourself on alcohol for a week and nothing else. Because you want the premium shit. You seriously don't want to like just drink hobo wine.
Unfiltered vodka.
Well, it's certainly like you can't drink the same thing that you're drinking in the game, because then you're drinking fermented ketchup and Mad Train wine.
Yeah.
Like for the first day.
Yeah. Get some Mad Dog 2020. Kiwi flavored.
Oh! Yeah. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Fortified.
Wait, is that fortified wine? Kiwi flavored?
Kiwi flavored, what is it? I don't know if it's wine. It's like a wine cooler. We'll call it that.
Oh, well then that's not as bad. I thought you were talking like bum wine, but hey, it's got kiwi flavor.
No. They sell it. It's called Mad Dog 2020. It's not good. It's very cheap. It's like buying, like how much can I buy? How drunk can I get for like the least amount of money? It's like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm doing my second ed run. This time I've actually
Yeah, how do you find time now?
I just started this job. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to play today.
You gotta sleep right after this.
I'll just play probably. And I just do it really quickly. I condense all my turns, which is tough because you have all this spleen fullness to work with, but it's going pretty good. I'll probably have a 4-day run this time, I guess.
Inhale that beef haunch.
Yeah, I changed a lot of things around, and I've got a better. I always keep a file, like a text file on the side. I actually use this coding program, but for writing.
Look at you.
It's like for writing code, but so everything is color coded and everything. So I take notes for the run, and then I use it on my next run, and I like hone it over time. There's always things I forget or things that little odds and ends that I don't smooth out, and so it's gonna take some time for me to become really fast, but it's the first step.
Well, you're certainly not going to be speed running anytime soon.
But I did get all my turns in yesterday and get to 7 fullness with my Pantsgiving and get to 35 spleen and full boost power. So
that's a golf clap.
I got it in, man. I got it in before rollover. And furthermore, I just want to say that my plan. I feel like I should have a plan for what I'm using my karma for during these chaining runs.
I wouldn't.
Well, what I'm gonna do is do all the elemental resistances. So
that's actually not a bad idea.
So I'm gonna have +2 to everything forever.
Yeah.
And then also I'm gonna buy the I have bought a copy of the Conspiracy Island skill that gives you +3 spooky resistance. So I'm gonna throw that into the pile.
Sweet. Okay, well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have some sort of different theme next time, assuming nothing else happens.
Right.
But our verdict on the Crown of Ed, we're not gonna buy it.
I'm not buying it. That for sure. Sorry.
If you really want to get them out, if you really don't feel like, if you really don't mind spending $10 to make, I guess, the next 2 months go faster, go better, then by all means. But don't buy it and then complain that you can't resell it. That's all. I think that's all we really need to say about this. Don't buy and then complain later.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into now. It's a lackluster item, but it's worthwhile for here.
I would say, my advice would be, think about the items in the past, like Sneaky Pete's jacket or Boris's helm, that you saw and had the opportunity to buy and then didn't. And maybe you regret that now because you can think about how much you'll regret this like 2 months after the season is over. If you don't buy it, you won't care at all.
Yeah.
And if you do...
Yeah, so think about yourself 2 months in the future.
That's junk in your closet. Yeah.
Think about how you will be 3 months from now. All right.
Till
then, let's get some Subway. This has been Things We Like with